How did you end up in Spain then?
Well, back in 96 or 97, I went to Spain to do some promotion, and I met my wife. And then I got married, and she came to Los Angeles for a while, and after 4 years we decided to move back to Europe. For me it was a natural move actually, because when you're born and raised in Europe, I think wherever you're born and raised, and I'm saying Europe in general because I don't consider myself being French or Spanish or even American. I'm pretty much a citizen of the world, you know. So I feel equally at home in LA or in Madrid or in Paris or in Tokyo or in London, just the same. You know, when I land with a plane in those cities, I live there, I know these cities, you know, and for me it's equally feeling at home.
So please tell us more about your wife then.
She's a great woman.
And is she as well a vocalist?
She sings a little bit sometimes. She's got a great tone for certain type of vocals, and you know, she'd be cooking in the kitchen and I'd say, hey honey, you want to come and sing on that thing? And she's like, sure. She loves it. She loves
and she sings on your new CD.
Yes, she does, and on a few others actually.
Yes.
Yeah. She actually sings on a Selena CD as well.
You have a very distinct sound using nylon strings, mixing classical, Latin jazz, and flamenco styles. What influenced your sound?
I guess it's like from all the music I've listened to since I was a kid, because I love pop music, I love jazz, I love classical music, I love world music as well. And when you have to play with an instrument, it's a natural flavor after a while when you used to play so many different styles. But the thing is, the way I play, I really think, when I play melody, for example, I think like a singer. I could not sing like a singer. I mean, I can sing, but the kind of singers I know are such great singers that I don't want to go in that area. You know, I would not touch it. But when I play the guitar, when I play the melody, I love just, you know, sing the melody with the guitar. And when I solo, then I become a jazz musician. I let it go that way. So that's kind of an interesting mixture here. 5 years old, really made like a big change for me was John Williams, Australian classical guitar player. The first time I heard him play certain pieces of music, I was just amazing. Probably like a Brazilian guitar player also called Baden Powell, Keith Jarrett, Johann Sebastian Bach, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. So it's very broad. They all inspired me in doing what I do today.
Well, you play several instruments. How did you decide on the guitar, and what are all the instruments that you play?
I always played the guitar. I discovered the piano a little later. I remember when I was about 2 years into playing guitar, my father used to take me to a place where we could rent a room for a half hour or an hour. I could go play piano. And I wasn't trying actually to accomplish anything with the piano. I was just going out there to just enjoy playing the piano. I love playing the piano as well. Lately I've been playing a lot of bass. I love bass as well, and I love percussion, all percussive things. I think somebody who's really a musician can actually play pretty much every instrument, except maybe the wind instruments. It's very difficult technically to get to master those.
You played on Selena's last CD.
Yeah. Oh, it was an amazing experience because I went there and I played on her CD at the end. I played like some little solo things. I played electric guitar. She was there. She was so nice. She could pass stuff for anything you wanted. You know, you want this, you feel good, you want me to cook something for you. She was just such a great person. And then she passed. And the producer of that song was actually a friend of mine, Dreaming of You, which was the biggest song over here in America. And he said the record company really loved what you did at the end of the song, and they wanted to do it at the beginning of the song. And I promise you, I was in there, and myself and the producer, we were just the two of us in the studio, we had tears in our eyes. at the end. She was just an amazing person. Something went really wrong there.
I understand you've just put out a new CD.
Yes.
But what other exciting things are you doing in your career?
Oh, lately I've discovered the beauty of being able to record anything you want. I've never been very technical in the studio, and I was always afraid of it. I always had some people work it for me. I mean, I've invested a lot of my time and money in having some great equipment at home, being able to make your own records. And lately, I've been just doing this, you know, recording, mixing. And the funny thing is, I was just telling a friend today, it reminds me when I was a kid, I used to love playing with Legos. When I was 7 or 8, 9 years old, you just construct these things and you create things. And when I work on the technical side of it, I feel about the same way. My brain gets into that mode and I'm like actually creating something. And it's kind of off the music, but it's still into the music, you know. So lately I'm loving doing this.
So are you using Pro Tools?
I'm using Pro Tools. I've got a bunch of preamps. I got some great stuff at home. I've invested over a period of time of 15, 16 years. Some people come to my studio sometimes to get a little scared and like, whoa.
So do you think the modern technology has enhanced your music?
Well, I came to a point that it doesn't really matter what you record on. It could be like the oldest technology, like the analog, the digital technology that went from the analog to the digital technology we're using today, which would be like, for example, a Sony 48-track machine, which was created back in the 90s and things like that. And it doesn't really matter. It just happened to be the new technology, and I got to use it because it's easier to share your music with people around the world. Because nowadays we can make records like this. You can send a file to a friend of yours in LA or in Japan or in England and still make music. It's quite amazing. Just happen to use that technology, but it doesn't matter what you really record on. The most important thing is what you record.
Well, living in Spain, I would think that you find this very convenient since you're not located in the same place where most of the musicians are.
Well, it's good and bad in a way. For example, if I'd be in LA today, I'd be working much more, like in a live situation. But the fact, you know, that my family feels comfortable over there makes me, takes a lot of pressure off my shoulders because, you know, I'm a citizen of the world. I don't mind where I have to travel to play. You know, it's like when you play music, you play for people. You don't play for a country. You know, so that's important. And I have to say, I feel comfortable over there. You know, and it's my creative input over there is pretty good.
Do you live in Madrid or?
I live about 8 miles outside of Madrid. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's a beautiful little village with a little castle. Go there in the morning, have my little cup of coffee, come back home and start working. I love this.
Well, how wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else you'd like to add to our conversation?
You gotta get my new record, My Classical Way. It's a great record. It's like a mixture of classical music, basically. But with an Antoine-esque touch to it. That's what it is, really.
Well, thank you very much for spending
Thank you
time.
to you. It was very nice.
Thank you.